Hello, so today I wanted to do an update of what's going on with my reading since June, and then I wanted to also let you guys know about a readathon I'm joining and also get to some bookish mail I received. So let's get started since I have a lot to go over. So the first thing I want to go over is I've been in a reading slump for the past 2 months. I haven't read any book in the last 2 months, and that's saying a lot. Even though I've started like 4 or 5 books, I haven't finished any of them. So I am halfway through A Court of Mist and Fury. Even though I'm enjoying it, I'm just not in a reading mood where that I can actually focus and finish a specific book. So I've been having a really hard time with that. And then I started one of my TBR that's been like, which is huge. It's like unending. But I picked one randomly off the shelf, and it was Daughter of the Burning City. I think that's what it's called, Daughter of the Burning City. And it has a lot of elements I really enjoy. It has magic, it has a circus, and it has a mystery. And so I'm really intrigued. I want to say I'm like 100 pages in. I'm really enjoying it actually, but like I said, again, I can read like 20 pages and then I just kind of lose interest, or I'm not feeling it, even though I'm really enjoying this story. I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird. So even though I'm enjoying those 2 books, I decided to stop that book, and then I started a different book, and that was Dorothy Must Die, and I was really enjoying it. In one day, in one sitting, I read 40 pages, and I thought that was really good, and then I just didn't pick it up again. And then I started reading a 4th book. I don't remember what the book is right now. My brain is just not functioning. And so I am currently right now going to start a readathon starting today. So I'm hoping to upload this on the 23rd. It is the nonfiction readathon, or NFR, by The Hungry Bookworm. Check out her channel. She's amazing. I love her videos. And so I'm not a big nonfiction reader, but I thought it would be fun to grab some of the books I have on my shelf that are nonfiction and actually get to them, because I've had them for a really long time and I haven't read them. So I picked 3, hoping to read at least 2 of them. But knowing my reading slump lately, I might only end up reading 1, and I'm hoping I read at least 1 by the end of this readathon. So one of the books I picked was this one. It's called Rise and Walk: The Trial and Triumph of Dennis Bird, and he was a football player who had an accident. I don't remember quite the story perfectly, but they thought he would never walk again, and then it talks about his faith and how that helped him. And so I'm really excited to read this, because anything to do with faith, I'm a person of faith, it makes me really happy. So I do want to get to this book eventually. So I am hoping this will be the 3rd book I pick up if I finish the other 2. And then the other 2 are actually by the same author, and that's because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Like, the original trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies of all time. I love it. I've seen it 1,000 times. That might be exaggerating, but I really do love it. I have tons of Star Wars merch. I love Star Wars, and so I've always loved Carrie Fisher, and her interviews are always really, really amazing. She always seemed like such an open and honest person, and she had such a great sense of humor. And so a while back, I grabbed one of her books, and I just never got around to reading it. And then right before she died, actually, I picked up her latest book. I think this is her latest book, and I just never got around to reading it. And now she passed away, which is really sad, and I was so heartbroken. I was so sad, but I really want to get to her books. So the first one I have is Shockaholic, and as far as I know, it talks about her problem with alcohol and drugs, and in kind of a humorous but honest fashion. That's what I've heard. So I'm really excited to pick this book up. It is a short book, so I'm hoping I'll read at least this one. So this is the one I'm going to be starting in a little bit, and I'm really excited to finally get to one of her books. And then the other one that I picked up was the last book she wrote, and I think this is the last book she wrote, and it's The Princess Diarist, and it's diary she wrote while she was filming Star Wars. So I think that's super intriguing and interesting, and since I just love that trilogy, and I want to know more about these actors and everything, and I do love the original 3 actors. They are among my favorite actors. I just love them. Mark Hamill is like such a down-to-earth guy, and I love watching videos with him in them. And then I love watching her old interviews, and so I'm really excited to read this book as well. So I think I'm going to start with this one, hopefully finish it by today, and then start with this one. I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes. And that is the Readathon books I picked for the nonfiction Readathon by the Hungry Bookworm. So make sure you guys check it out. I think it'll be a fun Readathon to join, so I'm really excited. And it starts today, the 23rd, and it runs until the 27th. And now on to like the bookish mail that I received. So I only have 2 bookish mail kind of things. The first one is from the Bookie box, and if you guys remember one of my past videos, I received a broken mug in one of the boxes. So she finally got around to sending it to me. It took 2 months, but I'm really excited to finally have it. And here it is. And I'm really excited because I really loved this mug. I love the design. I think she did a great job, so I'm really happy to have this. And then the other one was, if you pre-ordered Lifelike by J. Kristoff and you signed up for some pre-order bookish merch, you would receive it. I finally received it, and this comes from the Penguin Random House, so I'm really excited. I did get this book off of a book subscription box, but that's okay, even though I pre-ordered it as well. So I got a map, which is really cool. I think I also got a map with the book that I got in the book subscription box. I don't remember which box it was, but either way, I'm super excited. So the next thing I received are these bookmarks with the characters, and I think they're amazing. So there's that one. There's this one. I haven't read the book yet, so I don't know the characters, but I think this is great, and I love it so much. So that's it for my bookish merch. I've decided I will focus only on this book for the next few days until I finish it, and then I'll see if I continue with the other books on this readathon. So hopefully I'll be able to read at least 1 full book in these last 2 months, because it's been a really hard couple months, and I blame the heat. This week it's over 100 again, and I feel like I'm dying every day. It's like, it's just torture. I'm miserable. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I just can't sit down and read a book. It's the same with watching movies or watching TV or anything. I'm just not enjoying it, and then having to go out in this heat is just, it's a nightmare. Even with the air conditioning, we have air conditioning in our house, so we have it all over the house, but it's just not strong enough for weather that's this hot. And then so we ended up getting a different system just on top of the one we already have to put in the living room to at least give us some relief, because even my dogs, I've had to keep them inside now, and they like being outside, except for one who follows me everywhere. But I've had to keep them inside too, and so we added that air conditioning, and even with that air conditioning and the central air conditioning, it's still so hot. And so right now I'm in my little office area, which I don't like using the air conditioning here because we're already pulling so much electricity, and the bill has been insane, but we just can't help it because I have an elderly grandmother I take care of as well. So like, we have no choice with my dogs and my grandmother. We have to have these air conditionings on, so I don't like pulling extra electricity. But today I decided that I just couldn't stand the heat anymore, and I really wanted to record this somewhere private and comfortable. So I decided that while I'm recording this, it's going to be in this room, and that's that. So but after I'm done with this, I will go back to the house, the rest of the house, and just turn this off. But that is my update. I am dying because of the heat. I am in a reading slump, but I'm going to try to enjoy this readathon and get into it, and hopefully this will kickstart me back into focusing on finishing at least 1 book. That's my goal before July ends, so I'm hoping that's possible. And then I have family coming over in August, which means I won't be getting any reading done in August, and but I'm really excited. But that also means I have so much to do to get the house ready for guests. So it's been crazy, but I'm excited about this readathon and about the subscription boxes I'll be receiving this month. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of long. I hope you guys still watched till the end, and if you did, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.